Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. As-salatu was-salatu Sayyidul Anbiya wa Mursaleen wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'een. Amma ba'd. All praise to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who created all of us and brought us together. He is the Malik, He is the Mulk, He is the one who bestow upon us all the Rahmah. He is the Rahman, He is the Rahim. One of the name of Allah is Al-Mannan. And the quality of Al-Mannan is the one who bestow upon us abundantly. Like He give us, abundant means like no limits, and we cannot even count upon it, right? Let's take the simple example of it. Like what we eat when we are hungry and we say, okay, I wish I have a good food. That's all we wish for, right? And we get the food, alhamdulillah, and we eat. But if you think the abundance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that how He created that food, how it come to us, we don't ask that. We don't ask how we put in our mouth, right? And how we taste it. We can differentiate the flavors between the sour and the sweet. That's a blessing. We can differentiate between the temperature, right? Between the hot and the cold. That's the blessing. We can digest them, use the beneficials of that food. That's the blessing. And the waste that come out of the body that's not beneficial to us is come out without any problem. This is just a simple one example of Al-Mannan that He gave us in abundance. We don't even ask, we don't even consider, we don't even think about it. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala always gives us to us. So Allah is the one who created us. Allah is the one who brought us together. And Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is His messenger. And His teaching is the one that we are trying to learn in this Fajr Khatira. We started the book of Imam al-Nawawi, and we are going about the lessons of his hadiths one by one. Today, inshallah ta'ala, we're gonna go over with the hadiths that being mentioned by An Abi Masud Uqba bin Umar al-Ansari al-Badri radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم إن مما أدرك الناس من كلام النبوة الأولى إذا لم تستحي فاصنع ما شئت. On the authority of Abu Masud Uqba bin Umar al-Ansari al-Badri, who said, the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, among the words the people obtain from the first prophecy are, if you feel no shame, then do as you wish. That's a very profound statement. One of the things, if you remember, like all the hadiths that Imam Nawawi included, most of them are very short statement from Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It's a very short statement, but it's a very profound, very strong lesson we can learn from it. This is one of them. This is one of the hadiths that, considered by Imam Nawawi, is considered the encircling the whole Islam. How we can say that it is encircling the whole Islam? Just this hadith, especially this word, that if you feel no shame, then do as you wish. How we can say that this is encircling the whole Islam? Any idea? So Islam consists of two parts, right? The majority of scholars says, like, do the good deed and stay away from the bad deed. So if you have the haya, that's what we are talking about. Like, if you do not have a shame, means you don't have a haya. If you don't have a haya, the shyness or modesty, then you will do whatever you want to do it. But if you have the shyness and the modesty to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then you will do the good deed more and stay away from the bad deed, and that is what Islam is And that's what Imam Nawawi is telling us. So the narrator, let's talk about the narrator. Who's the narrator? Narrator is the Uqba bin Umar Ansari. His kunya is Al-Badri, right? Al-Badri, because he was living into that area, of the area of Al-Badr. And that's why he called Al-Badri. He narrated almost like 102 ahadith of Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. At the time of battle of Safin, that Ali Radiallahu Ta'ala Anha made him a governor. And he's among the very good Sahaba of Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. He narrated this hadith. This hadith consists of two parts. If you listen to the wording, the first passage, first sentence was among the words the people obtained from the first prophecy. So this lesson of modesty and the shyness is from the prophecies before the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So all the prophets that come, they give the same lesson, that obey the Allah and the modesty. And the second part is about the shyness. In Quran, the key word, if you see, is fattaqullah, fear Allah, right? And the fear of Allah is the conscious of Allah. And the conscious of Allah is related to the shyness of Allah. So you know the Allah is there. You know, count His blessing constantly. And that's the way you're going to get the shyness. The concept of shyness is referred, how do we stay away from the sin, and at the same time installing the good characteristics in ourselves. The definition of shame, if you look into Google, right, just search the Google, what is the definition of shame is, and you will find out the Mufti Google is saying that the painful feelings of humiliation and distress caused by the consciousness of a wrong and foolish behavior. So just the feeling of distress and I would say feeling bad in front of the other people about what you had done, that is the shame. And shame in front of Allah is one of the basic characteristics that the Muslim should have. In order to do, before you do any act, you need to see that is this act that I'm going to do is representable in front of the Allah. The people come next. We are more shy to do this stuff in the front of the people than in front of the Allah. The second part of this hadith that it says, if you feel no shame, do as you wish to. There is a three interpretation of this hadith. The first is the threat that Prophet Muhammad said, it's a dare. Okay, if you do not have any shame, do as you wish to. Do and see the consequence. See the consequence in this world and hereafter, most importantly. The second is it's a factual statement. It's a factual statement about if you do not have a shame and you do whatever you want to do, according to Ibn Raqim, that he related about the state of heart of the people. And he said that the heart is related to the haya of the people. So more you have the haya, more alive your heart is going to be. And alive, and the life means is like, if you look the haya and haya, they are closely related to each other. One is the life and one is the shyness. Like if you take the seed and plant the water into it, they turn into the, put the water into it, they turn into the plant produce the fruits, and the fruit give the benefit to the people and to the animals, right? And that's the same way, if you have the haya, then you will have to do the good deeds because you shy to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the good deed raise your iman more. Prophet Muhammad said, very good at these, that amongst his ummah, most of the people among his ummah will be forgiven. Allah will forgive them, almost all of them, except the people who do the sin at night. And Allah put the satar on it, and Allah said, okay, so it's done and it's between me and you. And then in the morning they wake up and they tell about that sin to the other people. They go in this era, we can say it's a social media, that we put it on the social media and we publicize it. Hey, I was there and I was doing this and I was doing that, and or check in into the bar, check in into this area, right? Those are the people that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Prophet Muhammad said, are the not forgiving. May Allah protect us all. May Allah give us the shyness to avoid first to do the bad deed. And if we do the bad deed, at least we do not publicize it. At least we do not put it on the social media that, hey, look at me, I was there, and let's see how many people are like us. And the worst part is we like, and when we like, we promote them. That yes, it's good, you were there, I wish I would be there. These are the simple acts, simple things that we do very regularly, every day. Umar bin Khattab defined the shyness and related with the wara. And wara is the consciousness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So he said, more you have the haya, more you have the consciousness of Allah, more you fear to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the same thing, if you less haya, you means less wara. Less wara means then you don't care. We do whatever we want to do. That's what Prophet Muhammad is saying is. How we can increase the shyness? Is the shyness can be increased in ourselves? Yes, it can definitely, right? We can do the shyness by remembering the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala all the time. Like the person who do the Bismillah for every single act. Let's take the example of that. Who do the Bismillah when he wake up, when he eat, when he walk out of the house, when he drive, he go to the work, he come back, he do everything with the Bismillah. When he's about to do something bad and he say the Bismillah, that remembrance of Allah will protect him. That's the one way to install in our tongue, in our mind, the program of saying the Bismillah for every single act that we do. That we start our act with the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who is the Rahman and who is the Rahim. If we remember that, that should be good enough for us to protect us. The second thing that we can do is to my iPad is okay. The second thing that we can do, that we remember the blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that how much blessing we have. And third thing, the most important thing, is your company, where you sit, where you hang out with. That is a very important act. Take the example. If we're sitting into a good company, we are prone to do the good stuff. And if we are sitting in the bad company, we are prone to do the bad stuff. Simple example of you're sitting in the gathering of where the perfumes are there, or in the shop of the perfumes, or you don't even buy the perfume or put the perfume all the time to yourself, you're still gonna smell good. Hazrat Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha mentioned the modesty of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. She was monitoring the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He was sitting down, and a part of his lower thigh was showing it up. Then Hazrat Abu Bakr radiallahu ta'ala anha came in, and he did not adjust and he did not cover that portion. Then Hazrat Umar radiallahu ta'ala anha came in, and he did not cover that. Then when Hazrat Usman bin radiallahu ta'ala anha came in, Prophet Muhammad stand up and he covered his aura and come back and sit down. Then Hazrat Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha said, Prophet Muhammad, I saw that Abu Bakr came and Hazrat Umar came and you did not change your position until Hazrat Usman came. Then Prophet Muhammad said that Hazrat Usman is the one that the angel are even shy in front of him. So how come I cannot be? So you see the company of the people, that if you hang out with the modest people who shy to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who shy to do the act that will be shameful in front of Allah, in front of the people on the day of the judgment, these are the people you want to be hang out with. So you can install more shyness to yourself. May Allah protect us all. May Allah give us the barakah of sitting together in the morning, learn the lesson of Prophet Muhammad teaching, install those characteristics that he wished for us, and teaching us and giving the example for us, that with his life, with his message. May Allah protect us all, give us the hidayah, and keep us steadfast.